Well, good afternoon. So I completed the post office academy and I had my first day of on the job instruction. You know, the government, they like to rename things like that. On the job training, on the job instruction. Just got my hair cut. Yeah, she did a pretty good job. I like it short. So, yeah, I did well. The trainer said I did very well, and supervisor said in a couple of days I'll be on my own. So, whoo. And, I remembered a lot of the stuff. Of course, I read the book at first, and I remembered a lot of that stuff. So, and I passed the driving test. That was a big bunch of anxiety there. So I was like, whew. And yeah, I drove yesterday. It was good. Um, so, yeah, just like the small little detail, like I never thought about it. Like having the flats here, and then in this hand having the envelopes, and then one finger, finger, and then boom, finger, boom. And then with the hand that you have all that mail in, you can open and put in there, and boom. And then you do the next one. Just follow the mail. Actually, it's pretty cool. And, as an Amazon Flex delivery driver, I actually, on my own, kind of did what they, with casing. That's what I would do when I ordered my truck, or my car for Amazon, is I would have the shelf, I put my envelopes in the front. So then I would look through the itinerary list and I would put everything in order. And then I would load my vehicle. And then, of course, that's how I'd have my vehicle all in order. And that's pretty much what we do at the post office. I go grab this. Technically, you're not supposed to do your DPS, delivery program sequence, FSS, for some sequence. It's already in order for you, okay? And then you have your hot box. Grab that, and then boom, we case it. So, of course, you have all these little shelves, categories, and from left on the bottom all the way, boom, just like a reverse book. And then underneath, you'll have the address, and you'll have the street name, and then you'll have the little brackets that tells you what the loop is. And then, so what you're doing is you're taking the mail and you're placing it there. Then when you take them down, you have your rubber bands and you know where those loops are. Boom. And then you put it in a tray, and then boom, put it in a tray, and everything's in order. I'm like, well, yeah, that makes sense. And then you load the vehicle. And actually, when it comes to the spurs, which are basically small packages, I fake like I'm going to case it, and then I put it in the tray. And then, therefore, I'm putting that in order. So then we take our packages, and the back of the freaking post office truck, there's zones. Now, of course, the post office people that know the route, they know the order. But if you don't know the order, the scanner will tell you what zone to put it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then when you get that package, you know what zone it is. Bing. So it's not that bad when you don't overthink it. Then, of course, you have your trays right beside it to the left. Boom. You grab your loop because you have it all. Each loop is where you've parked. And then usually, sometimes you do zigzag, depending, but most of it is you go up, cross the street, and go back down as you deliver. Then you go up, you park, grab, and then there's that DPS stuff that everybody gets, the marketing mail, we call junk mail, and boom, boom, and then boom, 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 boom. So it's not that hard. Now, in the academy, there are all these freaking forms. You got the 3775 is a change of address. 3575Z is the carrier's edited change of address. 3886 is a freaking hold. And then you got your, oh man, 5716, which is why couldn't you deliver the mail? The three, yeah, freaking, yeah, it's in the freaking book. But when I was there, I'm a CCA. I don't own the route, so I didn't have to do any of that. So it just, yeah, I can see where that gets freaking cumbersome. Because if mail's getting backlogged, you're supposed to bring it back, and then you have that little pink slip that you fill out and you put it in there. Hey, we brought the mail back to the post office. There it is. You're not supposed to delay the mail. You're supposed to protect the mail. And so certain things like that, outgoing, you'll have a bin down below. Boom, outgoing and stuff you couldn't deliver. 5716, freaking. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I'll remember right after I turn off this video. So the bulk of that, it wasn't bad. And, you know, with Amazon, I never walked on lawns. But here, you can. You can go from one box right to the next. So I can walk on your lawn. But if they say no, I wouldn't do it. But so it wasn't bad. The gist of it, I got. The guy said I did really well and I was really fast, so yeah, I'm new to the area. I don't know freaking nothing about North Adams, so freaking A, dude. At North Adams in the residence, I took a right, but there wasn't a freaking street sign. So then I didn't know what street I was on. I mean, what the frig, man? You know, you'd think that when you're taking a right or a left on the street, you're going to be able to look at the corner, see a street sign, and know what street you're on. So that made it tricky. I didn't see a freaking house number, so then I circled the block a couple times. I should have grabbed my phone and hauled up the GPS. That's what I should have done. Then I would have freaking known. So that's what I'll do in the future. Because I don't own a route. I'm a CCA, so I'm going to be helping people. Basically, they send you off, bing, you go help this person, you get it done, you come back, and then boom, you get it done, you come back, boom, you go do what they tell you. You're basically a helper. So therefore, I guess that's the reason why I didn't have to worry about bringing stuff back and putting it in the 3M case, which is whatever's missorted or out of town, wrong town, or out of sequence for the same carrier. And then they have the throwback case, same thing kind of deal. So yeah, I didn't have to really worry about that, because at the academy they were going through all these forms, and yeah, that's a little bit cumbersome. I drove good. I didn't forget to lock the vehicle. I didn't forget to curb it. I didn't forget to brake. And I didn't, of course, forget to park it. So yeah, I got that habitually down. Don't ever get caught with an unlocked door, especially if you're under your 90 days. And you know what, the way I'm going to handle the paranoia, I'm just going to do the best I can. Put the effort that I put in. And don't be a dick to people. Outside of that, there's nothing I can do. So that's how I'm handling some of the stuff that I'm hearing. The office that I'm at, though, is pretty chilled, laid back people so far. They're pretty cool. I can kind of get a read. I've worked a lot of jobs. So I can get kind of a read on people sometimes. They seem pretty cool. So I'm not complaining about driving an hour and a half to work, because then the odds of success are a little bit better, because there's some reputations that some of these towns have. They're hurting for people, but they're firing people. So that's your freaking prerogative to be firing everybody. Therefore, you're going to be short-handed. Don't complain, right? I mean, but I guess that you have some, I guess, kind of like wannabe cop people that might work safety, and they'll drive around and catch people doing things and being 90 days, anything, I guess. And I guess what they can do is they won't fire you right away. They will wait to the 89th day and then fire you that day. You know what I mean? That's a little dirty in my book. So if on the 89th day they want to talk to me in the office, I won't be like happy about it. That means you're getting fired, buddy. Especially that the holiday season will be over and it might be slowing down, and tax season might not be picking back up. So they might be like, well, we had enough help. All right, let's thin the herd a little bit. You know what I mean? But, that's why I don't quit my e-gig jobs. So they fire me from that job, I'll still be an Uber driver. Everyone that knows me will be like, how the fuck did you get fired from the post office, man? How did you do that? Nobody gets fired from the post office. But they've kind of embraced it, I guess, in a way. The 90 days and their lack of retention. Obviously, there are people that just don't work. So obviously, you know what I mean? There's people that, you know what I mean? But, I imagine there's a lot of people that probably would have been proficient if they were given more time. And I imagine that they're just people that the supervisor and the postmaster didn't like. It's the way it is. Authority. Nothing you can prove on that, I guess. So don't talk back. Leave the ego at the door. Just do the best you can. Don't be a dick to people, right? That's all you can do. What I will respond if they criticize, I'm doing the best I can, I'll do better. Doing my job safely. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I'll do better next time. Doing the best I can. That's all I'm going to say. Let's go do the work, do the best you can. That's all you can do. Don't get lost in the freaking paranoia of all these little tiny details that they're throwing at you with all these forms and shit. Because you're like, man, you make one mistake and you're screwed. You know what I mean? It's the way of the world today. It's the way of the world, man. So, but it doesn't seem like a drama place like some of these places you hear through about the grapevine. So therefore I'm on guard, I'm on point. But I was always on guard and on point as an Uber driver. I mean, I was always so consumed about getting that 5-star, and I did well. I demonstrated that on my channel, man. I kept good ratings, and I showed my ratings all the time. A lot of YouTubers that do this don't show off their ratings exactly like I have. And I've shown you that. And I've shown you. And now I'm at 4.94 on Instacart. So, I'm above average now. So, I've shown my stats, man. I've shown my stats, and I tell you what I've done. And so I'm transparent on that. So, I mean, I'm used to it. I'm used to worrying if I'm getting freaking deactivated the next day. So, I've lived under that. I've worked jobs that, kind of pride themselves on firing people. It's just the way it is today. I think what they're thinking is, we'll just hire a bunch of fucking people. If they're not pro, we'll get rid of them. Just hire, get rid of, hire, get rid of. Here's the all-star. Perfect, we got one. Yeah, this guy sucks. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. All-star, keep them. They just like churn people out. I think it's kind of like the Darwin natural selection process of hiring people. You know what I mean? And I guess, I don't know. But if it, complacency, people, unions kind of make an entitled workforce, and maybe that's a little bit of a throwback from that. People that don't think they can be fired, and they get lazy and they get stupid. I guess, I don't know. You don't want that kind of workforce. You want people to take pride in their work. I mean, I've worked a lot of jobs, and no matter, I just have a personal thing within inside myself that I always try to, just because that's just the kind of person, that's why I like running. I'm all about how fast I'm going, how long I can go. So other than that, I'm going to sign on to a lease at a new apartment. It's going to be $300 more, but it'll be my private place. All new appliances, $875 a month. Not bad, actually, for this area. It's not in the downtown area either, so it's pretty good. It's going to add some miles away from work, but what I'm figuring is, because a lot of the people at the post office say, oh, geez, that's a long ways. So I figure after my 90-day, I'll try to transfer. I guess what they say you can do is you can apply for a job and then resign your job. And therefore, that's the workaround to getting transferred. So I think that's what I'll do, is I'll try to get closer. Then once I pass the 90-day, I won't have to worry about being probationary period. Because the office I'm at, it's not like gigantic. So it's like a situation where it's easier to succeed, you do it, right? I mean, don't put yourself in a zoo chaos place that's gonna churn you out, and it's a kind of a difficult layout, and you don't know anything about the town that you're in, and that makes it more difficult. So if you're in an area that seems to be better and more fair, it might behoove you to do better, you know what I mean, and stay there for a bit, right? I mean, that's how life's about playing your cards. Like the driving test in South Boston was good. Alleviated some anxiety. I did it. I knew I knew I could, and I did it. And that made me feel better. But, I think if I got tested in Springfield, that guy that was going to do the testing in Springfield, I think that he would have fired. Well, no, he would have failed me. So, I don't know. Volunteering to go to Boston might have been a smart decision. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I wouldn't be an employee. I guess you can reapply. That's what they said. So, but you know what I mean. It's the way it is. But if I get fired from the post office, I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to be a truck driver. And these trucks have the mirror setup that's similar. So it'll be a good experience to get that new mirror set with the spot mirrors, which I like, and, get some experience down on that. So I'll take advantage of this 90 days, and, then I'll sign up for maybe unemployment, and then use the unemployment to be able to fund getting into tractor-trailer truck school that's down the street, and get on the road and drive across the country. And that's truly what I would like to do. And, so we always, have a backup plan. And, there's always something. And truckers they can't drive more than 10 miles, no, 10 hours, so I'd have plenty of time to run and be in shape and be fit. Because that is a little bit of a bum deal about the 3 hours of driving to and fro from work is freaking A, dude. It cuts into my exercise time, and I kind of tweaked my leg doing that sprint. I kind of freaking tweaked it a little bit. Because I don't usually do sprints. I mean, I ran a mile in 6 minutes, 50 seconds, so I was psyched, but I kind of fucked up. So, I mean, it's not debilitating. I'm dealing with it. I'm not crying about it. I know, as long as I'm not running on it, I'm okay. So, I was able to work yesterday. It was good. So, don't be stupid and call out sick. Because then you're fucking screwed, right? So, yeah. So I'm psyched. I'm going to have my own place, my own rules. Don't have to worry about living under other people's rules, being woken up throughout the frickin' night because someone slams the damn microwave and someone opens up their frickin' door and fucking, jeez. Don't deal with that because that shit was pissing me off. I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning. Why the fuck are you fucking around with the dogs outside in the hallway, you dumb fucker? Yeah, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm got my own space, my own private space, and my own private freaking area. No one, I'm just perfect. And my Ninja Foodie's gonna save a lot of electricity money. I think I'm going to buy another one and have 2 of them working. Then I don't have to do one at a time. I can do my sweet potatoes at the same time I'm doing my meat and have them ready and not have to use the oven. Perfect. That Ninja Foodie's freaking awesome, man. It's good. I love it. So I'm saving a lot of money on groceries. I really am. So I'm happy about that. So outside of that, I'm still going to be doing, I see a lot of California plates here. California plates. A lot of Californians here in Massachusetts. So yeah, I'm still going to be doing Uber. Has told me that they have to check with the courthouse to see if there's enough slots. So I guess they do that. They're judging slots, and they won't let you drive if there's not enough slots. Well, that'll suck. I'll wait. I might sign up, re-sign in with Lyft, but I'm going to wait. Now that I'm going to be on a lease, I'm guaranteed to have to be here for a year. So, go back to California. Being a postal carrier in California would be easier, that's for sure. I mean, I'm telling you. All the address numbers are on the frickin' curb. It's easy. Trust me, it's easy. It'll be simple. The weather will be great. It'll be too easy. This frickin', a lot of people don't have numbers on their mailboxes. Yeah, it's a frickin' zoo. So, yeah, I could see myself being a postal carrier in Lakewood or Long Beach. Definitely. But it's too expensive. Gotta freaking live cheaper. Plus, I like it here. You know what I mean? I'm freaking cut between 2 worlds, man. So I'm doing well. I hope you guys are doing well. And I'm picking it up. I'm learning things. I'm sure. I mean, the supervisor told me in 2 days you're going to be on your own. And there's a guy there that's 2 weeks that had his first day on his own. So makes me look good. Makes me look good. I'm a freaking guy that's always trying to get things done fast. So don't take any shortcuts, though. Don't be stupid. Freaking lock your freaking vehicle at all times. Because I guess there's these safety guys that come around in their unmarked escape vehicles, and they'll come up to your van and they'll, is it open, and make sure it's curbed and all that stuff, and you fuck up on that, and rollaways. I mean, come on, man. I ain't gonna freaking get in one of them. I mean, that would be blatant. I'm not gonna have a rollaway, that's for sure. Yeah, freaking rollaways, dude. Don't want to get involved in one of them. And runaways either. That'd be worse. Yeah, definitely not a joke. Don't want to. Just, be defensive. Be careful. Yeah, you're not going to run over anybody. And yeah, I could definitely understand. Back up only absolutely when necessary. That's why I drove around the block, because it was easier to just drive around the block than try to do a 3-point turn when you don't know what's behind you, even though you have that mirror. That mirror only shows like a foot. So, I mean, you're creeping back when you're backing up in that thing, because you don't want to hit anything. So that's something to take seriously, not to take as a joke. Freaking hey, dude. Would not want to kill anybody on this job. Yeah, I am definitely not going to be complacent about that shit. Definitely not. Not something to get involved in. So they ask me any questions. I'm like, doing the best I can. I'm doing the job safely. Safety first. So I will catch you guys later, and thank you.